The challenge. We'll head for Valhalla with the blush of dawn, once you've regained your strength. The Witcher's gravelly voice broke the silence that filled the dimly lit room. Eldric, as if naught but a spectre, remained motionless, beads of sweat dotting his pale skin. His ragged breaths passed painfully through his drained, chapped lips. Tavion placed a gentle touch on the young Witcher's hand, the sight of his condition stirring a torrent of emotions within him. He uncorked a small vial and held it to Eldric's lips. "This will help with the pain," he said, managing a smile as he returned to redressing the wound. As if in answer to a prayer, the young Witcher's laboured breath slowed, eliciting a sigh of relief from Tavion. Outside, voices clamoured, demanding the release of their prisoner. Tavion stepped out onto the balcony, his candlelit silhouette imposing itself as a challenge to the villagers' authority. "Leave," he spoke, his voice carrying over the crowd of men and women. A hush fell over the masses, broken only by their priest. "Your kind comes to our village and tries to take our women and children in the night. If you will not hand over the prisoner, we'll take him by force," he threatened, his defiance emboldened by the cheers of his followers. The Witcher descended from the balcony, his steel sword slicing through the crisp air. "Then you will die," he retorted, eyes glinting with fiery determination. No sooner had the words left his lips than several men charged at him. The Witcher took a deep breath and tore through his attackers with swift, practiced strokes. The men slumped lifelessly to the ground, their heads resting beside their bodies, as their life essence seeped into the earth. "Care to try again?" the Witcher taunted, pointing his still dripping sword at the priest, who began to back away, his defiance replaced with horror. The crowd's shocked whispers filled the air as the Witcher approached. "I would lay down my life for my kind. Would you do the same for yours, man of the cloth?" he concluded, wiping and sheathing his sword with a flourish. "Collect your dead and burn their bodies before dawn," he spoke a final time before vaulting back onto the balcony. Most of the crowd retreated into the shadows, while their priest remained, mouthing a silent prayer for each of the fallen men. Visitor. "Witcher," sang a woman's voice, a nightingale in the shroud of silence, yanking Tavion from his slumber. A silhouette, clothed only in moonlight, was perched at the room's heart. She was the embodiment of forbidden seduction, her beauty heightened by the flickering dance of candlelight against her supple form. Tavion's hand instinctively sought the reassuring hilt of his sword, only to find his limbs bound to the bed's skeletal frame. "What do you want?" Tavion spat, his words rattling through gritted teeth. His gaze darted to Eldric, now seized by a violent shiver. The freshly dressed wound agape vomited a black ichor that seeped into the floor. "What have you done?" Tavion roared, his bindings strained as he writhed, a wolf in a trap. Stepping into the candlelight, the woman revealed her form, painted in the crimson essence of Eldric's life force. Her monstrous fangs retracted into a chilling smile. "Bruxa!" Tavion growled a hushed curse. The figure slid next to his bedside, each chuckle that slithered from her throat wrapped in a cloak of pure seduction. "You've been quite the troublemaker, Witcher," she murmured, her voice mimicking the lullaby of a distant river. Defiantly, Tavion lunged towards her, his veins throbbing in fury. "What have you done, bitch?" he hissed, the bindings sinking their teeth into his flesh. The Bruxa only laughed, her hand delicately tracing the battle scar etched into Tavion's forehead. "I've dwelt in this village for years," she unveiled, her words as delicate as embers caught in a gentle breeze. "A river of blood, unending, has kept me sated. Then you, Witcher, took from me," she confessed. "These are kind souls, faithful souls. They yearned for a Witcher in chains, and you robbed them of their one true desire," she continued, her lilting laughter transforming into jagged hisses. "Witcher's blood is an intoxicating nectar. Yet this one, he is different. Special," she hinted, her gaze sliding towards Tavion, her eyes holding a merciless glint. "Don't," Tavion uttered, but his pleas were with defiance alone. With one fluid motion, the Bruxa's fingers unfurled into talons, wicked as daggers. She struck, her arm driving deep into Eldric's chest. The young Witcher fought, but his struggle waned into inevitable surrender. Tavion, a portrait of helpless torment, trembled, gripped by a pain no sword could inflict. He couldn't weave a single word. He was but a silent witness to Eldric's fading light.